Hello, everyone. I now. Any questions about how the famous blogger Yevgeny started his blogging career? How did the idea of becoming like so famous start?
Famous specifically?
Well, yeah, famous.
I want to be famous since childhood.
How did it all happen?
As soon as can I turn it down a little, just a bit? I'll play some Lenny Dagutin. As soon as I went on stage for the first time, it was at a camp. I was there. No, the first time I went on stage wasn't at a camp. I was dancing. And when I went on stage with some kind of acting moment, an element that happened at camp during Klub Veseliki na Kočivik, and I enjoyed it because everyone laughed at the jokes. At school, I took part in Klub Veseliki na Kočivik and performed often. And I realized that I wanted to be an actor, popular, of course. Because I watched movies and films and I thought, wow, that's amazing. These are actors, they're acting in movies. I want that too.
But how? But how were you invited to act in that movie?
In which movie?
In some television series?
Ah,
Do you remember?
I remember everything.
Yes.
I was a first-year student at the College of Culture and Arts, majoring in theater directing. Me too. Every summer I applied to the theater academy, and once I applied and didn't get in. Again?
How?
Didn't work out. I made it to round 2 with Master Andreev. And actually, everything was really great. The master gave me a lot of tasks. He really wanted to get something out of me. And I was sure that I would make it to the third round, but I didn't. And a woman who was also there during the exam came up to me. She said, "Listen, would you like to act in the movie?" I said, "Of course I would." She said, "Here's my business card. There will be a casting. I'll call you." Somehow, I don't remember how, but I was invited to a television series casting. The series was called Starshaya Klasniki, is the same as OBZH. It was shown on the Petersburg channel on Channel 5, but it was some new segment, and that's it. And I was invited there. I started going through the casting. They gave me the lines of some 11th grade student. It was the main role, and the directors looked at me and said, "Look, listen, how old are you?" I said, "Was I 18 years old or was I 19? They said, "Well, damn, you definitely don't fit. You don't look like a high school student at all, but there's a district police officer and a security guard. Which one do you want to play?" I said, "Well, I don't know." And they gave me the script for the school security guard. I read it and they approved me. In this series, I played security guard Bronislav in the first season, but they didn't bring me back for the second. But as I understood, they have their own community there. All those kids, not kids, but guys who acted in this series, they were all classmates. They studied under the director who was the director of this series and also the producer. It seems they paid for their studies. Of course, it's great when they study together and also act in the same series together. So somehow my role slipped by and went somewhere else. Another guard, Andreu Capenzaro, had already replaced me. He now often acts in all the TNT series. So he later became that guard.
Do you remember when you weren't accepted at TNT?
At TNT,
Yes. Do you remember? Tell me.
actually, I used to go to all sorts of different castings a lot. At that time, the internet wasn't widespread yet, so it was mostly on television. Actually, the internet did exist. Sometimes you see it on television like there's a casting for something. They say, "We need hosts." And I'm like, "I'm a host." So I used to go to those, what do you call them? Radio host courses. Alisa Sher was my mentor. It was her first, how should I say, course that she was teaching. Alisa Sher is the ex-wife of Nagiv. Nagiv is a well-known actor and television host. Bald, a real man, charismatic, talented.
Not like that.
You know, Nagiv? Yeah.
Yeah, we know him.
I wanted to take part everywhere where some kind of acting charisma was needed. I didn't care whether it was radio or a film program, but somehow I just couldn't manage to get a foothold anywhere. At castings, I never advanced or progressed. That's why, and of course, there are all sorts of people at TNT. Well, there were castings and there was the comedy battle, but I just didn't go to it. We had castings in St. Petersburg. People showed all sorts of skits. I was about 19 then, and after that, I didn't go anywhere else. Well, and
Why didn't you go? What happened that made you just bam, not go anymore?
I was a coward and shy. That's how it was. There was something in me that needed a kick in the butt to get me to do something. I thought, what if I don't make it? Those were the kinds of thoughts I had. I was about 20 years old back then, so it was really easy for me to go to something like the comedy battle. And there were some guys I knew who also took part in the auditions. By the way, we had an audition for Comedy Club Peter Style. Pasha Kamalevsky, my former classmate, and I took first place there. We beat a lot of guys who are now on TNT. Many people know them. They're popular comedians. There was a guy from the improvisation team. I don't know his name, but he's a popular dude. We also participated all together. One time I was even at the train station seeing someone off, and he saw me and said, "Hey, are you going to Moscow for the comedy battle?" I said, "No." He said, "We're all waiting for you guys to show up, but we never did." And just recently, you know yourself, you were a witness. There are castings, all sorts of battles for airtime. I went to those castings. Well, somehow it all seems hopeless. We took part in comedy events that were held here in St. Petersburg. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Of course, I have one excuse, the same one I had back then and still have now. No, I don't have an editor, not an editor, but a scriptwriter. Let's be honest, I don't know how to write jokes. What I write just turns out like this. The guys at TNT don't like it. I don't know how to write humor, but I know how to perform it. That's how we live, guys. That's how we live. That's why things don't work out with TNT because I don't pay any attention to it myself. You just have to do it, I guess. Even if I can't write, even if I can't find a suitable scriptwriter, you just have to keep doing it. That's all. So today you and I went to this very place, to the water park. Yeah, you didn't want to go on the slide. You were afraid to go on the slide, you know? And you said, "I'm not going on the slide today because I'm scared." We still went, you liked it, and then you started using the slides more. Same thing. So maybe I'm still afraid of something somewhere, even though actually now I'm not afraid of anything anymore. But writing a script for me is,
It's hard.
it doesn't work out.
Would you like to become, well, some kind of screenwriter?
I wouldn't want to become a screenwriter. I still want to, and I try
Humor.
to show some kind of improvisational humor with improvisation. Maybe I'm doing fine, although that's also improvisation. There's such a genre. And in St. Petersburg, I attended this event and it seemed like everything was great. Yeah, and this is improvisation. And I kind of think, yeah, I'm strong in improvisation. I took part in this event, and somehow it wasn't really funny for everyone either. You know, just like that. And my downside is that I tried it once and that's it. I didn't go again. And in order to get good at it, you have to go, 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 go. So I need to go, go, go. That's it. That's my downside. Thank you, Paulina, for pointing it out to me, even though I know it perfectly well.
Well, would you want to like keep going, keep doing something else? You know, just keep going, keep going. Well, would you want something like that where you wouldn't be afraid of anything? Like you'd be so brave. Would you want that?
I'm not afraid of anything, but that's how it is. I joined the improvisation too, but it didn't work out. Well, that's it, that's all. And I didn't really go any further. Well, that's just how it turned out. Suppose you say, Jenyok, come to improvisation tomorrow. It's not just showing up, you have to rehearse and walk around too. You need some kind of companion, which I don't really have. I mean, I met a guy, so will you participate together? Yeah, let's do it. But actually, we're not really together with him, thanks. What was the question?
I don't remember.
In general, you have to go to events, of course.
But now you don't even know where to go because, as usual, you don't remember. Now you don't even know what to do. What am I saying? Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
Another question. Why are you asking me such questions? Paulina, interesting. Well, all right, fine.
Oh, come on.
Any more questions?
Yes, I do, but I wanted there to be questions about blogging because that's interesting too. You know, I don't always know everything.
Please, if you have any questions.
Well, now there will be a topic about what you eat like that. There. Where did you get the idea to eat that protein there? Well, all those protein bars, those huge jars of protein you have in your cupboard,
That's how I trick myself.
and you trick yourself like, oh, I'm eating something sweet, but I shouldn't. But actually, it's not really sweet, right? Is that how you trick yourself?
Protein is tasty.
Well, I tried your protein and it's tasty.
And since I'm the kind of person who likes tasty things, you know I love sweets.
Not just you, actually. There's another queen of sweets here.
And even when I refuse sweets, well, I consciously understand that sugary food, it has a negative effect on my physical and psychological condition. I've already noticed this, and you know all about it, that when I eat sugar, not sugar, but sweets, I become a sluggish person. I feel absolutely uncomfortable.
And for you, it's all bad.
Yes, yes. I think that sugar containing products are poison. And not just because people gain weight from it, but because their condition changes. Their mental and physical state, I don't even know how to describe it. And when I gave up sugar and flour, naturally,
Your life changed?
and life has changed, but you want to treat yourself to something.
Well, of course, and you get this protein. Okay, but there's more. Another question. How old were you when you started doing sports? Just like now, the way you go to workouts now.
It comes and goes periodically. Right now, as soon as I stopped eating sugar and flour, it happened after New Year's. It's already August now, so quite a bit of time has passed. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It's been almost 8 months since then, and I've been training often all these 8 months.
Well, yes.
Usually it's different, sometimes it's like this. I kind of feel a little bit that I'm chubby, and I already feel uncomfortable because of it.
And you go to the workout so that
Yeah,
to lose all that extra weight?
yeah. And I start eating differently because obviously, if you're working out, your diet has to be completely different. And sometimes you do this for 3 months, and then for the next 3 months, you're back in a different state when you eat and train very little. But I want my workouts to be consistent because when I go to the gym every morning, it's awesome. It's a really good feeling. And when you come home after a workout, damn, you won't eat junk food. You just won't eat junk food at all because you don't even want to. You're into sports. Like when we go to the playground together, what do I always do?
Well, you work out.
I'm always on the pull up bars.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like when we come to the dacha in the morning too, I do some workouts. I go to the pull-up bars, then we go to the beach. There I want to play volleyball, play with rackets, just hit the ball around. If I go swimming, it's to actually swim, not just splash around. Because you're an active guy, and that's really cool, and I want it to be like that all the time. And yeah, these are my most recent sports days. Thank God I'm still into sports for now. It's already been 8 months. And I want to live like this until I'm 139 years old, always doing sports,
Well, like to live all the way to the end of life.
always doing sports. I always want to do sports. It's cool.
And where did you get the idea to become like that? An actor, a blogger like that. So where did those thoughts come from?
I mentioned that at the beginning of our interview. After being on stage and experiencing that thrill, that crazy stage thrill,
So what made you want to become a blogger like that?
blogger. Unfortunately, the idea to become a blogger came to me too late.
At what age?
How old were you when you were born? Has it already been 8 years? So at 29 years old, I realized that this is a really great resource for developing my creative potential. If before I used to go to all sorts of castings and movies and dominoes and here and there, now it's different. You are your own director, your own actor, your own screenwriter. And if you want to go swimming, if you want to drink and show all of this to your audience and become whoever you want to be, by yourself without those people you have to beg or knock on their doors, take me as a host on your show. But here you can do everything yourself. And this thought came to me at 29, which is late because so many guys, even my classmates, had already become millionaires. They already had over 1 million subscribers before I realized this. They started doing it. As soon as YouTube appeared, the guys jumped right in, but I didn't. Honestly, I realized it too late. Although everything happens for the best, you have to realize that too. But when you're on social media, so all these years I've been developing my creative potential and sharing my ideas, charisma, humor, and other things, elements, and even some nonsense with people.
Would you like to be like that? Well, you used to be kind of an actor, and now you would like to be shown on television in different movies. Well, you watch movies, right? Would you like to try acting yourself, like playing the main role of Thor?
Of course, well, of course I do. Of course I do. Why? Of course I do. I've always wanted to, and I still do. Nothing has changed.
Well, but there is one thing. How did you learn to read in English and know English like that?
What makes you think that? That I know English well?
Well, of course, not that well, but for me, it's really good.
Well, everyone who had English at school can read English. You'll have English. In which grade? I started English in fifth grade, although I took some extra classes in second or third grade. Well, like she goes to English since when? Since she was five?
Yes. Since she was 5?
Since she was five or so.
Oh, I wouldn't say she's exactly English, but she's kind of a little bit.
The basics.
Just a little bit.
Hello, how are you? Tiger, crocodile.
Yes, yes.
But when I look at the guys, my classmates who went to extra English classes, now they speak English fluently. Some of them have professions related to English. I mean, Seryoga Medvedev, I saw some video of his. He really. But damn, that's cool, and I want you to have it the same way. That's why you need to learn a foreign language from childhood. And I can read just like all the kids who were C students and went to school and had English. So you don't really need to be that smart for this. And you'll be able to read just like that. But I would like you to have much more than just reading so that we could go somewhere on vacation together. And
Naturally, I'm handling everything here like a workhorse.
that's why you'll definitely learn everything.
So basically, there's this cool thing. Right now, I really like just talking into the microphone. But for you, holding this, your hand must hurt.
But you know what we can do? I actually have two of these microphones. We can just clip them on ourselves.
No,
We'll just sit back relaxed like bosses, and you won't have to hold anything.
actually, I have a new wand.
Well, I get that you're doing all this for the wand.
Yes, for the wand. All of this was made up for that.
Because we bought some fancy wand. Let's show it to the viewers. Here, like this. It's some kind of trend, something like this. Let's get closer. This is what it looks like. This wand made this interview possible. Let's return it.
By the way, you were speaking into the stick, not into this.
Yourself, will it be heard clearly?
And what if? Is it audible like this?
Well, it's fine, kind of, but you also need to be close here too. You can just hold it in the middle, it'll be fine.
I like it this way, as I said.
Whatever feels good. That's the kind of picture we have, I think.
But you can do it like this.
I just wanted to roll along, really.
Well, Dad, that's not nice.
I feel like if you're here, maybe I should sit a bit farther away.
No, Papkin, I actually want to be nice, see?
That's better, just like that. Really cool. You're like a stick, then bam.
No, I'll be like this, and I'll do it like this for myself. Okay, I want to say something now. Thank you. I want to talk about something else now because I'm tired of talking about acting, about your protein. I'm just tired of it. What should I say? I already forgot everything I wanted to say.
We can wrap up. We've talked for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. But if I'm filming a video for my channel, then you immediately, oh, let's do less. Stop filming for so long. I mean, I also film for 20 minutes.
Well, okay. This is my show. So what are we moving on?
Well, Dad, you just don't want to film me, and I want a lot of things too.
All right, let's keep filming.
You're saying that on your channel, but on mine, you're like, let's hurry up and finish this video already. Yeah, but there's one thing. I'm really me. I just haven't filmed shorts for a year. Is that even normal? Last year, I was filming such cringe stuff there. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I can't embarrass myself like this in front of everyone. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you for watching this wonderful interview. Leave a like, write a comment.
Don't write likes, just give them. That's why I hear you when you're filming, you say write likes. Like, what are they supposed to type them out for you?
It's just a joke.
It's cringe.
It's normal, just a joke.
No,
Yes,
no.
that's all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yo,
Yo, rock.
come on.
That's enough. There's already yo, rock. Come on. Oh my God, that's it.
We're signing off.
Goodbye, goodbye. Oh my God.